Putin's buddy reveals Russia's defeat in Ukraine. NATO is killing us. Update Russia and Ukraine war. A prominent separatist leader urged Russia's defense minister to shoot himself. A prominent Vladimir Putin mouthpiece has admitted the Russian military is confused in Ukraine, adding, "NATO has forged our blood." Russian TV presenter Vladimir Solovyov, known for his viral remarks and fetish for the Russian president, used his Russia One show, Evening with Vladimir Solovyov, to lament the situation. Current situation in Ukraine, 7 months after Putin ordered a full-scale invasion. Solovyov, who unlike Putin describes the conflict as a war and not a special operation, is speaking at a time when Ukrainian forces are making gains in the east of the country, winning back to the important town of Lyman at the weekend. Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov of the Russian Defense Ministry confirmed that Russian troops had completely withdrawn just hours after President Putin announced that the Kherson region had been annexed by Russia. The Russian army has shown a more obvious weakness than Ukraine. They have been cornered by the Ukrainian army. Solovyov said, "We personally understand that things are very difficult in the Kherson area. Yes, we are facing encirclement and division of our forces." Without providing evidence, Solovyov claimed many of the Ukrainian soldiers were mercenaries, adding that they were flooded and not interested in using up their men. Although the alliance has no direct involvement inside Ukraine, Solovyov warned, "NATO has burned our blood." They were excited by how easily they were in the Kharkiv region and how quickly Lyman fell into their hands, and now in the Kherson region. The whole West is starting to mock us. Solovyov is not the only prominent figure to issue harsh criticisms of Russia's military operations. Speaking tonight, a Russian official installed in Ukraine suggested that President Vladimir Putin's defense minister should consider suicide out of shame over the defeats in the Ukraine war in a shocking insult of the public to its top Russian counterpart. In a 4-minute video message, Kirill Stromosov, deputy head of the Russian-installed Kherson region, criticized generals and ministers in Moscow for not understanding the problems at the front. He added, "Indeed, a lot of people say, if they were a defense minister and let that happen, as an officer, they could shoot themselves. But you know the word officer is a confusing word for many people. The Ministry of Defense includes not only ministers, generals, corrupt looters and other scum, but all the heroes who gave their lives to protect Russia. Let's say this, the Department of Defense is not only composed of ministers, generals, corruptors and other scum, but all the heroes who gave their lives today, who stood to the end." Chechen leaders Ramzan Kadyrov and Yevgeny Prigozhin, founders of the Wagner mercenary group, also mocked the generals, saying that the army was taking an autocratic attitude and that senior officers should be stripped of their ranks and taken out. Barefoot Front for Atonement.